The most conflicting level in Geometry Dash. Interesting. Let's check this one out.
So when it comes to Geometry Dash, how would you factor in difficulty when it comes to a level? Would you say that if the rest of the level is decently easy and then one segment is super difficult, does that really influence the level as a whole? Or
yes. No, I think it influences it because it depends on where it is. If that one really hard part is at the end of the level, that makes it like substantially harder because now you have to get through like 80% of the level leading up to whatever the hard part is. If the hardest part is the first part, and then it's one of those things where it doesn't really matter because once you get through it, like, you just have to not fail at the rest of the easy level. So I think if there's like one like choke pointy kind of part, it depends where in the level it is. Like it drastically depends on that.
Or do you value more consistency within your difficulty, knowing that you could have just practiced that one segment, that theoretical segment that I just mentioned? Well, in today's video, we are going to analyze another RobTop level.
Ooh, what's it gonna be? Judging by the colors, I'm seeing a lot of purple and there's green in the corner. Probably Geometrical Dominator, because that level has that one part that is known as quite the choke point. You guys all know what I'm talking about.
A part of our analysis series when it comes to the difficulty of Geometrical Dominator. Now, really quickly, just before...
There it was, Geometrical Dominator. Knew it!
Released on the 26th of August, 2015, Update 2.0 was the...
Bro, Update 2.0 is so peak, man. That's when I started playing. This update just birthed like so many cool levels because like people were just starting to learn how to use the new move triggers and like alpha triggers and stuff like that, and like it was a slow steady pace upwards where like at the beginning it was like very weird levels, and then the levels got so good by the end of Update 2.0. Very cool time in the Geometry Dash historical history.
The major update to Geometry Dash. Just as a quick disclaimer, I've already made a video discussing everything that Geometry Dash 2.0 added. In today's video, we're only going to be talking about Geometrical Dominator and the...
Oh, I want to watch our other video then. By the way, shout out to Colors Gaming. Be sure to get... Yo, he's about to hit 100k subs. Chat, go sub up to Colors Gaming, chat. Let's get him to 100k, bro. He makes cool little documentaries.
Features that were added in 2.0 that were also added inside of Geometrical Dominator. Straight away, we're hit with brand new color schemes, monsters that...
Bro, Geometrical Dominator is so good, bro.
That can kill us if we're caught slipping, and of course moving objects, and the new game mode at the time, being the robot. When it comes to this intro, introducing the player to moving objects and easing us into robot gameplay, I think that this is flawless. Although when it comes to the difficulty...
Yo, real quick, I gotta say, I love Australian accents. I don't know why. I like when Australians narrate things. W Australia glaze.
It is very bare bones. Same can be said for the flying segment that transitions into the wave segment just shy of 30%. I believe that the only takeaway here is moving objects once again and the sheer blind reaction that a player will experience if they're reluctant to hit practice mode. Now, despite saying that these segments are lackluster after your first practice mode run when it comes to difficulty, when it comes to the gameplay, do these segments still hold up?
I would say, I feel like Geometrical Dominator is fun, right? Sometimes I wish Australia was real. What?
Absolutely. So whenever I say that a segment is lackluster, I'm realistically only talking about the difficulty, especially for this level. After the way...
Oh, so he's saying it's lackluster in terms of difficulty. I thought he was saying the decoration was mid. I was like, what? I feel like no way, because it's like the first 2.0 level. It's not going to be the craziest thing. But he just meant the difficulty. Gotcha!
Wave segment, we get put into this dungeon.
No, these freaking gray moving pillars, no. These things were the hardest thing when I first started playing Geometry Dash. I just could not memorize these. I'm so bad when it comes to like memory type stuff. I just could not do it, bro.
Segment where once again RobTop has switched up moving objects to therefore up the difficulty, this time creating a seamless transition into a staircase on numerous occasions. Once again, if you run this through practice mode at least once, maybe twice if you're new at the game, this isn't that difficult at all.
Yo, he said if you do practice mode one time, it's not difficult. Dude, do you know how many times I died to those freaking gray pillars on Geometrical Dominator? I'll tell you, it was more than once or twice. It was dozens. Dozens! I just could not, like, I'm so bad at, like, memory gameplay. That's why I don't play Killbot. I don't play Nightshade. I don't play the mainframe. Like, I just don't do those. Especially not Limbo. I'm never doing Limbo, bro.
Now, as we swiftly transition out of the Dark Dungeon segment, it puts us into a 2x, robot-only, Rainbow Road from
I love this part. Also, I see you guys saying skill issue in the chat. You guys are just mean.
Mario Kart-esque segment. When it comes to the difficulty, once again, extremely lackluster, but that's not the
Dude, like, these are so cool. Like, I love this part. I love this part. Enough glazing.
purpose of this. It's to ease us into robot difficulty. Yeah, a new player could struggle on this when it comes to their timings of how long to hold, but once again, after one, maximum 2 practice segments, this should be pretty down pat. Now after 2 swift
Yeah, I'd say this level's a very good introduction to robot. Like, RobTop did a good job with that. RobTop is always good at having, like, good introductions to new game modes, I feel like. Like, he deserves glaze for that.
orb presses, we're right back to ship.
Oh, also, this part was so hard for me. This freaking ship.
Gameplay, where
I think it was specifically right
myself
here.
9 years ago was very
Or, like, here. I kept, like, hitting this right here or something like that. I just remember struggling with this part a lot. This whole ship. Geometrical Dominator was tough for me back then.
distraught at the thought that your ship doesn't slow down whenever you enter water, because it turns out that this wasn't water. Okay, listen, jokes aside, right? But when it comes to the difficulty, this is almost as easy as it gets, especially for this UFO section.
That is... Bro, this is making me... This dude colors gaming. He's making me feel like a noob, bro. He's making me feel like a noob. He said it's easy. It's as easy as it gets. You know how many times I died to that ship when I was trying to beat Geometrical Dominator? Golly.
Considering that all the slopes are harmless. So
also, this UFO, when all the things go to gray, that's like such a cool moment, I feel like.
Therefore, you barely have to tap
Like, right
here.
here.
So
Hold
here it is. This
Yep, and here's the part.
13-second segment still has the community in utter shambles, trying to decide if this segment alone makes Geometrical Dominator an insane level. Now, first things first, this segment is extremely unique. There's easily nothing like this in RobTop's catalog, and will continue to be like that at this rate, considering how long ago this level came.
Yeah, this part really is, like, visually peak, but oh my goodness, it's such a choke point. Like, I feel like RobTop could have considered buffing the rest of the level to kind of meet this part, but at the same time, this being, like, the hard part really challenges you with memory as a new player, so I guess it's kind of a cool thing, right? Like, it's frustrating when you're trying to beat it, but once you actually learn it and, like, you're able to get through it, it's like, dang, this part's freaking cool. You gotta admit.
Now, this section alone is extremely practice-orientated because of how much memorization goes into these 13 seconds.
Another thing I will say, if I knew that star positions existed back then, I would have, like, put a star position to this part and got through it. But back then, I would only do practice mode. So once I got through this, like, that was it. That was a practice run, you know what I mean?
Which, if you guys haven't gotten the idea already, is the whole segment. Now, the purpose of this segment was to also simultaneously show how the decoration can go hand in hand with difficulty in Geometry Dash. Now, I personally love this level. I love this segment as well, although the community says otherwise. So let's try and find out why.
Yeah, it's not that I hate this section, but it's just like such a choke point. I feel like you gotta admit that.
When it comes to the platforms that you either need to fall down on or jump, or a combination of both, they're fading away and forming. Maybe they're fizzling away with this cool animation.
I love that.
Here. It's a bit much, right? From personal experience, what I can vividly remember when I was struggling with this level back almost a decade ago was the idea that I had to let go for certain segments.
A decade ago. Dude, I wasn't there when this level came out, but I, like, joined Geometry Dash shortly after. Because I joined when Meltdown came out, so by then, Update 2.0 was already out, so I was like, man, wait, that means I've been playing Geometry Dash for like 10 years now.
Instead of just being trigger happy. But then I would confuse it for a section where I actually needed to be trigger happy, and then this made me really tilted. Now, honestly, when it comes to these normal pillars that you have to jump on, yeah, you're second guessing this for jumper. Then it's partnered with these random flat platforms, bit of thicker pillars.
The ones that would get me are when you had to drop. That's the thing.
And then some orb gameplay that eases us out of this 13-second segment. Now, realistically, is this section that difficult?
Yes!
Okay, for RobTop standards, I'll give it to him. But for just difficulty standards in Geometry Dash as a whole, factoring in new players, I don't think so.
No, don't lie though. If you were playing a 6 or 7 star level on the Geometry Dash servers, like that's just some random person made, and that part came out of nowhere, you would probably be like, oh, this level sucks, I'm not beating this. But it's a RobTop level, so you have to put up with it. Because you have to beat it for the progression of the game.
To that, we transition into a purple brick section with...
Yo, I can't wait for Gina to play this level.
With the wave, then a key unlock system with...
Dude, this part's underrated. I feel like more people should take inspiration from this system. Like, we have to, like, hit those things. They're not even keys. They're like a weird, like, little custom thing. I think it's such a cool part.
The mini UFO into a normal ball section with moving platforms once again. Now, once again, when it comes to the difficulty, it's really non-existent here. This is once again Rob just showing moving platforms in a lot of different ways. Then after that, we find ourselves in this grass type themed mini ship segment and then transition into a regular blast processing-esque ending, but with the robot instead of the cube. So how we're going to come to a conclusion, at least using my opinion of course, is we're going to split Geometrical Dominator up into multiple sections. So what I was talking about with the intro, I'm going to use 0 to 30%, so almost a third of the level, as segment number 1. Then for the next segment, I'm going to use 30% to around roughly 52%. Then I'm going to go from 52% all the way up to 68%. Then I'm going to go from 68% to 80%. Then after that, I'm going to do 80 to 90%. And then, as a lot of you guys would have guessed, then I'm going to do 90 to 100. So without further ado,
we're gonna break down Geometrical Dominator and analyze each click of gameplay. Okay, not each click, but the parts. That's what he's saying.
Let's rapid fire this and get right into it. Now, 0 to 30% is easily one of the most conflicting segments I will ever have to analyze when it comes to this series. Let me explain. For a segment like this, there's two sides to the coin. You have a player that if they were to play RobTop's levels chronologically, they have just been bombarded as if it's still 2015 by, once again, moving objects, brand new game modes, and decoration galore. Although the other side of the coin that I've just made up states that if you practice this level 1, 2 times, maybe 3 times if maybe you've skipped a couple levels, this doesn't become that difficult at all. So when it comes to 30% to around 52%, it's basically what I discussed at the beginning, but more in terms of sheer difficulty as opposed to blind reactions. So there's not really a lot to talk about here. Once again, you have moving objects. I just spoke about them. Then after that, we transition into an extensively long period to do with the brand new game mode being the robot.
Again, I love this part. So good. I love Geometrical Dominator. Such a cool level.
It's not too difficult, but it is an up in difficulty. Alright, let's rip the band-aid off. 52% to 68% is only decoration. Now when it
yeah, I guess so. That's a pretty chill part. I'm telling you, that ship, I guess I'm the only one. I mean, he said it's easy. I struggled so bad with that ship.
Comes to 68 to 80.
And now the part we've all been waiting for.
Don't worry, I'm not going to yap here because I just did before. So that is my verdict. This is an incredibly difficult section when especially contrasted to the rest of Geometrical Dominator. Now 80 to 90% gameplay wise, stylistic.
I feel like the ending of Geometrical Dominator is kind of forgetful, sorry. Like, I mean, like the wave, the UFO is probably the highlight, like with the cool things that unlocks like the pillars. But like the very last robot, which we'll get to in a second, I don't know why, I forgot that was even in this level. Because I feel like the highlight, like once that memory part just takes like so much of the highlight that you like forget about the ending of the level. It's kind of easy after that.
It's incredible, very unique, especially for the time. Although once again, difficulty. Look how open this gameplay is. It's not that difficult whatsoever. Yeah. Then from 90 to 100 to cap it all off, we have a very open-ended mini ship segment.
Yeah, like this is the robot I'm talking about. I don't know why, I like forgot this robot existed for a while.
Transitioning into what I would like to assume is a blast processing inspired, although with the robot ending segment.
I feel like this part is like a hybrid between blast processing and deadlocked. Maybe that's why though. It kind of looks like it'd be in deadlocked. So it's like the transition into the next level of update 2.0, deadlocked, which we all love. Kind of. That level also has a very difficult memory part, also around 70%. Wait a minute, I'm sensing a pattern here, RobTop.
So now that we've provided the best of both worlds, being an in-depth analysis of Geometrical Dominator, and then rapid firing through sections that I've made up on my own, let's come to a final verdict. I personally believe Geometrical Dominator easily deserves a harder rating. Just because one segment...
Should Geometrical Dominator be insane? Oh man, I don't know, because everything else is definitely not insane. It's this part, the invisible part, this is insane, yeah, but the rest of it, no. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
Being a mere 13 seconds, that definitely doesn't change this from a harder to an insane. Absolutely not. Yeah. Although with this level analyzed, check out this video to see if
Hey, W Colors Gaming, go subscribe to the man. He is almost at 100k subscribers. and I'll be reacting to more of his stuff as time goes on, I'm sure. Go give him a sub. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.